You stay right there. Gabby, would you please take this for me? Go ahead and rope it. Point your finger there. Now see how you got your 8, but your coil's getting small again. The closest coil to the loop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I let it get small.
Okay, you're going to cut your finger off. It's just a matter of time because the rope that you have is fine. But those ropes, after you catch 3 times, they're going to be hard to coil and hard to dally. You see how it's not a perfect circle?
Right.
Now give me the end of the rope. Now I'm going to back up and you just let the rope go. And I want you to get ready to take the rope and dally. And we're not killing a snake. I didn't say take it yet. Okay, dally. Now you see how she looks down? You're going to die.
I don't want to die.
The glasses, undally. Let go with your right hand. Now, dally. I'm watching you. Are you worried about something? Okay. Now here's the reason, you guys. The reason you do not look at the horn. As soon as you've thrown the rope and you happen to catch, you never, ever take your eye off of what you roped. That's how people get hurt. I've watched it in the corral for 60 years. They'll catch and they'll go like this and critter will run around behind them, wrap the rope under their tail, and then they cuss the horse. Do not look down. Now before we start this again, look down. What?
Let the rope slide through your hand. You're not in a hurry. You can sit there and look at.
So don't grip it. Just let it slide
You're
as you're
trying
moving
to
it.
pull 500 pounds to your horn.
Right.
You're letting it go through your hand as you're guiding it around the horn.
Okay.
Now hold your coils up here so you can get to the horn. Now do me a favor and look at the horn. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's over.
Pretty much not going to move, we hope. If it does, we're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, Dally, I'm watching you. Well, bless your heart.
Much better. Okay.
Yeah, it's way better than appendages being gone. Did they get the big bunch in? Okay. Dally. There you go. Now you end up with your hand on the left side of the horn.
First.
Dally. Right there.
Okay, right there. I almost.
No, on the left side. All right, now open your hand. Just leave your hand there and open it. Open your hand. And take one dally off. Now put your hand down. Now just let the rope slide. Feel that?
Yeah.
That's why you don't want that little coil sitting there, because it'll go right on your hand. Okay, I think the herd's gathered. You're over there. I'm going to make everybody do what you've done, so just point and laugh. That's all you got to do.
Okay.
And you're up. That's what we need to get done. Bueno. Now, wait till he gets on. I want all 4 of you to follow this log just so the horse knows what we're doing. We're going to break it down.
There's barb on the ground.
And once again, no matter all the war stories I tell you, you got to live through the day. I'm going to show you all the things I can because it's not smart to get hurt. There's no reason to. You're going to get hurt eventually, but I want you to follow this log. When I stop it, one of you take a turn and just step over the log without using my rope. Just follow it right there. Follow the log.
If your horses follow it, they feel more confident. You know that.
And when you're healing for me, I'm going to need you to be there. Not the horse there to death. Okay, you 2 go in the back and the other 2 get in the front. Now here's the perfect example, you guys. His horse is worried. So you take that horse and get on the outside of him. Now listen, put your horse's eye in front of his horse's eye. And that'll draw his horse to this log. Bueno? That's what real cowboys do. They don't want you to get hurt. So you get around their position, that colt will follow your horse if you'll go past the eye. There, now. Stay right with him. Stay with him. You're fine. I'm going to just stop when I think I need. There you go. All right, now we're going to we're going to take care of this problem. Now, you walk your horse right up to the log. Now, you come up with him. Now, for what it's worth, unless your horse is really handy in that halter, it can sell out.
Yeah.
In other words, if it gets bothered, it's going to throw its head up and run and put it over the fence.
Correct.
So bear in mind, treat him like he has the plague. Get it? He's schooling a horse, but it doesn't mean you got to go with him to ICU your horse over the log. Follow right with her, partner. Now bring another horse. Now what's going to happen when we're roping is you're just going to ride up and give me your rope, and I'm going to put it on the calf's foot.
Okay.
Now just try to talk the horse into going. There you go. Good job. Thank you for that. The way you're leading it. Perfect. Now go in a straight line, you'll make his horse lonesome. Straight away towards the trailer. There you go. Thank you. Now how about old Charlie there? Thank you for doing that, holding your rope, because we're going to rope, get it? Okay, partner, now try it without any help, because this is not Al-Anon. Good job. Now turn him around, let him face it.
Here.
Now, I'm coming towards you with the log. Now listen, friend, you're not going to do this slide rope face up thing. You're not there.
No.
Okay, so what? As long as you keep that horse's head facing that log, no matter how far away you are, do not let it turn around. If you turn around, you are done. It's over. You failed. It's going to go backwards, but just keep it facing. Watch my hand. Now, this time I'm not going to slide on the horn. I can simply walk my horse backwards as I turn. If your rope touches the ground like this, you just got somebody hurt. And if you happen to ever get to the height of a riata, when it's on the ground, the calf jumps up and breaks the riata. It's the jerk that breaks the riata, not the weight of the animal. Okay, you're going to ride past the log and then dally. Coil while you ride, coil. Now remember, partner, you keep that colt facing. Now watch your calf. Do not take your eye off it. Dally. Keep an eye on that calf. Now face up without the rope touching the dirt. Excellent. That, my friend, is excellent. Good job. Well, it's the difference between somebody getting hurt and somebody not getting hurt. Now, let me tell you one of the 7 things that happens when the rope's on the ground is that a calf will jerk a hind leg and it'll slap your horse right on the neck, the rope. So whenever you're roping, keep your coils down the side of the neck so that put the rope on the outside of your coils. The rope going to the log. You see what I mean? Now put the coils on the neck. Now dally. See how the rope's on the outside? So if it does slap, it'll hit the coils instead of the horse. That's what I'm getting at. It's a really big deal because when you slap a colt, you deserve to get bucked off. And then also you just taught a horse to never want to do that again. That's why when I go to Brandon on my colt, I rope 2 calves and I'm done. And as I'm walking out and everybody's giving me hell about, come on, he's doing great, I just, in my mind, I don't hear them. All I hear is, You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, go trade rope for sure, and you're going to drag it that way. And you guys that haven't done it, get ready, because everybody here has to see you do it, and they know who to treat like has the plague and who they want to rope with.
I want to try this one more time.
It's nothing personal, it's just a fact.
I know. It's called the Shamrock.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's one of ours. Okay, now you know who you're roping with. You're going to die. We need witnesses for that forum at the ICU.
Drop it on the ground.
All right, now partner, if things go wrong, just let go of the rope. It's a log, it's not a live calf. So you're gonna ride by and then dally. Coil as you ride. A good header never lets his rope touch the ground, you guys. There you go. Now keep your hand up. Now watch the log. Don't take your eyes off the log. Dally. See the tail of the horse, you guys? Remember I told you about the angle? Watch, he's going to die. Okay.
Had something real, you would, like it was a foot, you would drop your coils down between the rope.
There, right there is where the coils have to be.
And if your horse is holding the calf fine, you don't always pull back.
Okay, on Dallying, just let me have the rope. Now remember, your horse is a little worried on the back end. Okay, now just hold your rope in the air and just sit there. Now watch. Here's what people do that know what they're doing. Hold your rope up as high as you can. If I see a guy in trouble and I can see it coming, I say, give me your rope. Now drop the whole thing.
The whole rope?
Drop the whole thing. That's how you can save somebody at 30 miles an hour or walking. I'm not worried about the coils. I'm going to side pass, back up, face, and I'm at the fire. Remember that. You can, but if it's like a bareback rider, if you've ever been a pickup man, they get froze and they get their hand stuck. Just let them know later what happened. But if you see a guy in trouble, ride in and you can grab his rope and just go on forward. I've done it. So anyway, that's how it's done. And of course, everybody carries a knife. And just so you know, I'm not a... The reason I'm out of fashion is because at my chinks, when we left France, I gave them to the man that hauled us all over the country and was polite enough to be our interpreter. That's why I don't have any chinks. Okay. Come here and do this. You know what I want you to do, right? Drag the log and face up. If the rope touches the ground, you're a dink.
Okay.
You can dally right over your coils.
Yeah, okay.
Put your split rein on the left side. Both reins on the same side. There you go.
Okay.
All right. Good. So you can coil and ride. There you go. Now hold your hand up in the air. When you get past it now, you're going to dally. He looked at the horn. He's dallied too close. You see what was going to happen? Okay, now the horse is what we call quartered. And I know you get tired of this, but I go on all day long. When a horse is quartered like that, and it's a big calf, all the weight is on the right front shoulder of the horse. When the horse is straight, move the hip over that way. Now he can take the entire weight by putting his rock into the hind quarter. A good bridle horse, when you pick up on the reins, watch this horse. They shift to the hind quarter. That's why we go to all the trouble to make a bridle horse. So after dragging calves all day, and if you keep quartering, the horse is going to say, you know what, you've been driving the bar of that tree into my shoulder all day long. Hell with you. That's when they start running backwards and acting stupid and you blame the horse. It ain't the horse. Somebody trade with him that hasn't done this. And the idea, you know what to do. You drag it, then you face up and the rope doesn't touch the ground. O ye of little faith. Now I think you can tell why we're doing this on a logga instead of a kaffa. Where's my partner on his colt? There he is. Look at that horse now. Hind quarter. Okay. Now put your hand on the left side of the horn. Keep going another wrap. Right there. That's where your hand should be. If your hand's in front, what happens, you guys, when you hold your hand in front like this and things fall apart, it sucks your little finger right into the dally. Now you got 5, but I'm just telling you that's what happens. So if your hand's over here Your fingers are all pointing away from the horn. And that way you can just let go and slide rope. Good job. Anybody else hasn't done it?
I've done it.
Right here, partner. That was done well.
Thanks, sir. But it's not alive.
You want me to ride up and take it and not let it touch the ground?
You're going to take the coils and you're going to coil as you ride by, but then I don't want it. In other words, as close as you are right now, you're not going to coil. You're just going to hold your hand in the air and ride by it and then dally. So ride past it and take it to the fire, which is down there. There, just like that. Now your split reins have to be all on the same side.
Okay. Like throw them both.
Yeah, because if you dally the rein in the dally,
And the tail of your rope should be open.
there are no options except flipping over backwards.
You probably do that anyway, but anyway.
Okay, go.
And now Dally here.
Dally. Watch the log. Don't take your eye off the log. Watch the right ear of the horse, you guys. Face up. Good. Now see, he can get away with it. All right. He is not afraid of death. Okay. That's the beauty of being young and bulletproof. Well, after the hip replacements and all that, da-da-da.
I'm on the back side of 4.
The hell you are. I wouldn't even buy green bananas if I were you. Okay, you're gonna get by. Has anybody you haven't done it, right? Everybody here has to do it not because of you, but because of us. Nothing personal. You've all been to a leper colony, right?
Just yesterday.
Figure out who's got leprosy here.
Nice because we're dragging the show pen. Yep. And you're supposed to look like that when you're dragging the show pen.
And watch the right ear. See that horse ain't taking its eye off that deal. That's a little close. See now, when the horse quarters or side passes, that means it has to pull the weight of a calf walking sideways. Now, if you're riding a colt and like him, he'll slide rope. You know, he'll know I'm in trouble. Then you can straighten your colt out. Okay, good on you. All right, now, you, my friend,
Yes, sir.
are doing really well. The big reason he's doing well is because when the horse is right, he puts his hand down. He's not stealing a ride. That's worth $1 million to me. That's what makes a real horse and gets their confidence up. So good on you. Thank you for that. You got it. You're good. If anybody hasn't done this? Rope, right?
I think so.
Yeah, well, that's half a rope for ranch roping.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you buy a 60-foot riata and you don't rope well, you'll have two 30-foot riatas. They don't trade well. So your tail is down. You're correct.
Okay.
Now this rope is a rodeo team roping rope, which is fine. But try to get a softer lay. Now dally. Okay, see how the dally's on the top of the horn? The way these horns are designed is to drive the dally to the bottom. You can see that most of the grooves are on the bottom of the horn. So just remember to try to stay, when you dally on the top of the horn, you pull the back of the saddle up. So everything I'm telling you, we're looking long term because of using horses. We're not like team ropers. We don't ruin a horse and buy a new one. We don't have that kind of money. Let me have the end of your rope, partner.
I've got a longer one too if I need to switch out. This one's 35 feet as well.
Well, you're the one that has to get off and pick it up because we're not gonna.
Okay.
Let it go, let it go, let it go. Take your hand off it. Let go down. Dally. Come around. I like my hand over here. There. Now, your fingers are pointed away from the cutoff deal.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
You got it. Now, if you have rubber on the horn, I'm not going to go off on you like Billy Graham. I'm just telling you that you have to be able to slide rope to do this well. Okay, Dally. See there, now let it slide. You see that? It's really
hard.
It's really hard to do, and that's why we use leather instead of rubber.
Yeah. We take more Dally.
And I slide all the time because I want to not betray my horse. That's why I slide rope. If I've got to get from here to that trailer with a yearling, I'll start sliding rope right now, really slow, and by the time I'm there, I've slid 20 feet of rope. Now my horse isn't dragging this yearling all the way, get it? It's a clutch and brake type mentality. So we're good, right? The horsemanship is going to happen during the day. And I got one more thing because I checked it out on the other folks. I want you, when I get to you, I want you to walk your horse's rear end around the front end without the front end leaving. So you'll block with your right leg if you're going to move the hip with your left leg. And you set the rear end where it'll go all the way around, because if you need to be able to do this on a ranch horse, period. Down the road, it will save your life. You've done it, you do it. Walk the hind quarter around the front end. Now what you're watching, how old is this horse? 2?
He's about 5, almost 4 or 5.
Okay, 4 or 5. He has to bend the neck to disengage the hind quarter. Well, that means you're riding a green horse. When it's over, it's one-handed.
Okay. You want me to try it without actually pulling them around then?
Sure. That's enough. Okay, that's over. And what the point is if you're holding a rope and you're trying to cheat that other rein and bring that head around, I am watching you and I'm sliding rope, disappearing as far as I can from you. I've got 59 feet to get away from you. And I'm sorry, but if you see me at the end of my rope, it's because I'm at the end of my rope. If it was an 80-footer, I'd be out the gate. And it's nothing personal. But you got to be aware of your peripheral. That's, and maybe I won't. I'm not going to quit whining about Brandons now, but Brandons are a crash and burn who can survive so they can go brag about doing 300 calves. Okay. A real person at a real Brandon is always using their peripheral. And if you miss, your job is, while you're coiling, is to set up a shot for the next guy.
No.
This has been lost. You don't sit there and contemplate how cool you are and stare at the coils. You start setting up a shot as soon as you miss. And we're going to go in the corral, and what I'm going to do is the chain is set farmer style, too low to get down off a horse and open it. And I'm going to let one calf out. So, hey Deb, bring my rope, will you? I might need it. Everybody's coming in. Everybody comes in and just ride into that pin right over there.